What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Real here, and coming at you guys with another Call of Duty video. Just gonna probably run it up in Raid or Nuketown or something like that, so let's get going. It is December 24th when I'm recording this, so you know what that means, that it is Christmas Eve. So I hope that you guys are having a good Christmas Eve, or at least as good of a Christmas Eve as I am. Doing any bullshit, doing anything that you shouldn't be doing. Today, actually, I'm leading into that. I'm having a little bit of a story episode today for the channel. Decided that, you know what, it's Christmas, or it's Christmas Eve, so why not have a story about one of my Christmases. Now, before I start the story, I just want to put a little disclaimer out there. You guys probably should not do this or do what I did during my Christmas. I changed the way I am for Christmases. The story's kind of actually pretty crazy story that I used to be into this stuff. I say used to because I honestly had to make a change. It's for the better, so that I could do better in life. So before I start the story, I should start by saying I was really into using drugs and just selling drugs and doing stuff like that. So not good stuff. It was Christmas Eve. I had just hit up my good ex-homie. I'm not gonna use any real names, so we're just gonna call him Andy. Okay, so me and my best friend at the time, Andy, I had hit him up and I was like, hey, do you want to chill? Happy Christmas Eve, how are you doing? You want to kick it? I gotta sell some weed, because I was selling weed at the time, and you want to chill? He was like, yeah, sure. Came over to my house. We were hanging out, just smoking up, just chilling, and then one of our other friends, I'm gonna call him Nick. So Nick hits me and Andy up and is all like, hey, I got a car, do you want to chill? What the fuck, you have a car? Where'd you get the car from? And he was like, I'll tell you guys when I pick you up. And we're like, okay, for sure. Because me and Andy knew he didn't have a car. He didn't have the money for a car at the time. So we were both like, okay, where did you get this car from? Nick pulls up to my crib. He's in this really beat up ass car. I'm not even gonna lie. It was the most disgusting looking car ever. It was a black Mustang. It looked like it was spray painted black. It wasn't even a normal color. It was disgusting. The car seats were disgusting. It barely had any seatbelts. I think only the front two seats had seatbelts. He pulled up to my house in this really beat up old Mustang. It was from the 80s or something like that. And he's like, alright guys, let's do deliveries. So me and Andy are like, okay, I guess. So we get into this car and we're driving around, and you know what, it's driving. We're able to get to our sales. And so about after 3-4 hours of driving, the car just ends up stopping. And I mean the car stops, I mean it literally dies in the middle of a fucking intersection. It was a green light. He pressed on the gas and the car just stopped working. So we were all like, okay, what the fuck? And I mind you, at this point, I still have not known where this how he had gotten this car or whatever, where it was from, or how much he paid for it or anything. So we had to push it onto the side of the road. Then I was all like, dude, this car is a piece of shit. I thought that from the first time I saw it. Where the fuck did you get this thing from? He said, oh, I went on Craigslist and I bought it for $1,000. He spent $1,000 on this piece of shit ass Mustang. He was driving around. We were trying to do sales, and he was now down in money or whatever. So we just both looked at him like, "What the fuck? You spent $1,000 on this piece of shit?" Turns out a cable in the front or something with the battery. I can't remember exactly what it was, but we had to like fix a cable in the front with the battery. We fixed that. We end up going to get some more like drugs for us to do, because at that time I was not only doing but I was also using. We're all high, and my friend, he's high and he's driving. So this is the part of the story where it gets into don't do this. We were driving and my friend was high while driving, and he starts to fall asleep at the driver's wheel. All of us, we were all like not really paying attention, when honestly we should have, because we're playing with our lives here. But this is again why this is stupid. It's just to fall asleep at the wheel, starts to swerve into the other lane, and we're all like now starting to like feel the car swerve. So we're like, what the fuck? We had to shake him awake. He wakes up. He then gets the car, like he unswerves it, so he swerves again, so that we're like now driving straight, and now he's driving fine again, and he starts falling asleep again. We had to wake him up, so then we have to pull over, and we end up falling asleep for around 6 or 7 hours, all of us, because we were all pretty high. Woke up around that time. It was about 9 or 10 at night now. I was supposed to already had been home for dinner for Christmas Eve. So yeah, it was a pretty shitty story. It was a pretty shitty Christmas Eve last year because of what I was doing with my friends. Don't do drugs and don't have a shitty Christmas, and live your life to the fullest and just have fun with everything, you feel me? Because like there's a lot of things I feel like I've missed out in my life because I was using drugs and selling drugs and living that lifestyle when I could have been doing other things, expanding my money in other ways, expanding my knowledge in other ways. Because really, it's not only money you gain from dealing drugs, it is knowledge, it's street knowledge, but it's not really necessarily knowledge that you need to learn. Everyone around my city was dealing and doing drugs and stuff, so I was succumbing to a way that I thought was my life, but it honestly isn't, and it never will be again. Just thought I'd do a little story time for Christmas Eve. What would you guys like to see on the channel? Would you like me to do some more stories? I got a lot of stories that I could tell. I have so many. So much stuff's happened to me. It's kind of crazy. What games would you like to see me play? I can do playthroughs. I can do more Call of Duty content. I can... obviously, I'm going to post some more playing with friends because that's just fun in general. So my homie, he's making a team clothing brand called Boa. B-O-A. It's pretty cool. He makes hoodies and all that. So I'm possibly going to be joining his team for his content creators and just Call of Duty players and possibly CSGO players too, if I get back into playing CSGO and can, you know, like actually do my warm-ups and everything good. But yeah, check out future content with him and the team there for sure. Also, I'm gonna be making a montage. I already have some clips that are in the process. I gotta be making more clips. Every game I play, I try to get clips, except for if I'm making a YouTube video. I mean, I'm not gonna try to go for clips in a YouTube video, but yeah. I hope you guys have a great Christmas Eve. I hope that this video was something that you can enjoy. Drop a like and subscribe if you're new. And yeah, I hope you guys have a good day. Later.